Jamaican horns. We making plays every single goddamn day.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Oh, and we got a special guest in the house, live in the studio. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Jamaicans, welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I'm your host, Bogart Scott Free. Here, as always, with my esteemed colleague, the guru, the man bun himself. What's handy, Goo? You back in the desert?
Yes, sir. Checking in from Area 51. Got plenty of quarters today. Hopefully we, they don't cut us off. But we ready to rock, man. We're in the middle of the week. It's time to get busy, boy.
Before we introduce our special guest, I just want to say follow us at the GMM Network. Follow me at Bogart Scott Free World. Follow the Guru at the Guru 408.
Yeah.
Now introducing my crazy cousin Ryan, or should I say my brazy cousin Ryan, my blood cousin, the Raging Centaur himself. What's happening, blood?
Ryan McKnight,
Ryan
a.k.a. the Filipino assassin.
So you killing all Filipinos or something? Like, I don't get that. Explain that real quick.
I can't say too much. That's it.
All right. Well, you know what we can say we're about to bring you these rankings debate. All the rankings we're about to discuss will be posted on the gram. Once again, that's at the GMM Network. What's happening, Ghoul? What you want to hit us off with first? I sent you my rankings for the running backs and receivers like we always do.
Hey, hold on.
Hey. You don't interrupt me, blood, on my show.
All the fine chicks, hit me up at Ryan McKnight. You feel me? Over on IG. All right. Hey, go ahead, blood. Do your thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. That was worth cutting me off. I'll give him that much.
No. Disclaimers needed to be put out there. I appreciate that.
Yeah. He said all women only. You know what I'm saying?
It was a pretty interesting week last week. We got 4 weeks of data now to base all of our weekly opinions off of. First things first, we always start off. Obviously, you're starting a top 20 guy if you got them, but we're gonna go through some of these guys, just check out matchups. There are some guys to be concerned about. Are some guys who want to go ahead and play in the top 20. Your number one guy, obviously CMC every week. I like Dalvin Cook this week. What do you like about CMC over Dalvin Cook?
Oh shit! My bad. I'm supposed to have Cook number 1 overall. I had CMC number 1 overall.
You have CMC 1, Cook 2. I would have done Cook 1.
Oh yeah. No. It's supposed to be Cook, blood. Oh shit! I didn't even realize that. See, you know what? That's why I need to overlook these things before I send them over. I almost sent you over my receivers list, missing 11 through 20 even right now. But you know what? Because we putting in all that hard work, we staying up real late. I'm waking up in the early in the morning. Got to get the worm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm stealing it from the early bird too. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's how early we going. We rocking late night, getting these rankings together. Sometimes a little discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love Cook against the Giants. Oh, against the Giants? Oh my God, against the Giants, number 1. That is 100%.
I ain't even thinking about Washington, D.C.
Yeah. See, you know what's funny? I can't even remember who's Carolina playing. I just had CMC up there because of the volume.
They're playing Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what though?
Of the top guys, I'm gonna throw out the top guys: Zeke, McCaffrey, Cook, DJ, Kamara. Man, which guy do you like the best? Obviously you like Cook, but matchup wise, anybody that concerns you out of those top 5?
Lil Wayne, go DJ. That's my DJ.
So you concerned with DJ, blood?
No, I think he was just repping DJ.
He just chimes in. I like that.
I like it. No, we need that. I don't like Alvin Kamara's matchup in the top 5 there. We know Tampa's pretty solid against the run. They didn't. The Rams completely abandoned the run last week against Tampa. Teddy B is not going to really be able to. They're just going to take away the run, and make Teddy Bridgewater beat him. I guess is what I'm trying to say. He might get a bunch of catches in that game, but Alvin Kamara is the guy in the top 5 whose matchup I'm most worried about.
Yeah, because you know what? But you know what though? In the passing game is where he's going to shine. I can see him 39 yards on the ground, like a $120 through the air type of shit. Like, for real. I can see
That's
Kamara.
the only way he'll have to salvage his game. It'll be like DJ or Connor last week with all the receptions, and even Gurley last week. The receptions they
Yep.
saved his day, because he wouldn't have done much. So yeah, that's. I mean, anyone else you're a little concerned about? You got Chris Carson ranked pretty low, 13th. BCR has him at 8. What worries you about that matchup?
It's the short week. It's the Penny coming back, so he's gonna steal some work. You know what I mean? And it's really the heavy workload, the 22 touches that he's been getting on average every week in, week out. Then it's the first time on a short week. It's the wear and tear factor. You know what I mean? They're gonna take and on on top of that, divisional. You know the Rams are usually fairly okay against the run. They've been really. I mean, we have seen them be gashed through the air. You know what I mean, by running backs in this past few weeks, and on the ground they've been like if you were to pair Rojo and that horrible Peyton Barber, and you paired them together as one, they would have had a fantastic outing.
Right.
Yeah, so, in this case, it's kind of the same difference. It's not just going to be Carson. And like with all that shit factored in, the short week, Penny, but I still like him as the high-end RB2 that can creep in at, into that RB1, the low-end RB1 territory.
Yep, I can see that for sure. Let's see, another couple other guys inside like the top 15. Nick Chubb, they bumped him up to 6 on the ECR. You got him at 6 as well. Leonard Fournette shot up. You got him at 5th. ECR has him at 7th. James Connors, he's at 9th. You got him at 7th. So, I mean, of those 3 guys, what matchup are you most like, or which one are you concerned about? Because I'm worried about Chubb against the Niners.
Oh yeah, we're currently at, I want to say I'm pretty sharp in this. If my memory serves me correct. First of all, side note: as we get further in the week, I always start to fade mentally, and then I get in this zone. And right now, you know what I'm saying, I do know that our Niners are 6th overall, so I want against the run, and I wanted to rank Chubb lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you put him at 6, right?
Yeah, I wanted to rank him lower.
What made you put him at 6, though? Let me ask you that.
Well, because he's still going to catch some balls. This is PPR. You know what I mean? I love my immature cousin. He like, balls. I say the word balls, he laughs. Sacks. Wait, should we talk about defenses getting sacks?
Slap him in the butt.
Okay. That was weird.
Running backs or what?
What's up?
No, I'm talking to the cuz. You got anything about Nick Chubb? You sound like he didn't have a Chubb for Nick.
No, because I said he's gonna catch a few balls, and my cousin just, dog. Me and my cousin, we've been knowing each other obviously our whole life since we were children, and bro, we kind of have this immature humor. Like I just said the word balls, and he just laughs.
Yeah, he's probably still giggling under his breath over there.
Yeah.
Let's see. One guy that you're
Balls.
about is Le'Veon Bell. You bumped him up to 9. ECR has him at 12. You're bigger on him than the consensus is. So what do you think about it?
Hold on, Ryan, bear yourself. But Le'Veon Bell is definitely going to catch a bunch of balls. Jamaican. He's going to catch a gang of balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's going to be he's probably going to have like 12 receptions for him. You know what I mean?
I'm predicting 16.2 points, Le'Veon Bell, this week.
Okay.
It's on your take if you want to grab him or not, but I think he's going to have a good game, but not a great game.
But see, that one, I don't. I see him. He's gonna have an RB1 performance. I believe this, because you can't run on them. You can't really run up the middle on Philly. So it's definitely gonna be all usage in the pass game. I mean,
you got that right.
There's no tight end yet.
I want to check to make sure. You think Sam Darnold is trending toward playing? I think, but
I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think he's playing.
Probably the next week or two.
Yeah, he can't even lift weights yet.
So Luke Falk is being the quarterback. That doesn't concern you for Le'Veon Bell.
Nope. And then hey, I'm crazy. Go ahead and sprinkle 2 or 3 in Wildcats for Big Belly. You know what I mean? Like that's coming if it's the good old boy Luke.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see here. At the middle of the pack, guys. A couple guys will throw some names out. Tell me who you like best. Not basically just the rankings, but just matchup wise who you're feeling. Joe Mixon, Todd Gurley, Shady McCoy, or Aaron Jones. Talk to me about who you like about those guys.
Okay. My bad. You were kind of in the desert for a sec there. So you said Aaron Jones. I just want to make sure the range we're in.
I was comparing Joe Mixon, Todd Gurley, Shady McCoy, and Aaron Jones. Who do you like? Who do you not like?
Okay, Shady's there because he's obviously the lead dog in that offense, right? If it was a Damian Williams, maybe I might be biased, but I would have him like at 12th overall. You know what I'm saying? But Shady is still Shady. You know what I mean? He could easily, not finish this game. I mean, because he always has that in the realm of possibility with him. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Jones, volume king. I have him there just in case Williams shows up. Plus, Aaron Jones has been more of an efficient cat with his touches. He hasn't really been, you get what I'm saying? They haven't really gave him true volume yet. You feel me? Even last week, you got another one? All right, actually. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what else? What else? Hit me, what?
You actually ranked Aaron Jones 10th, not really 11th. So I was wanting to see if you.
Well, because okay, how about this? Is it safe to say right now, in the top 20, we're gonna start everyone, right? But I started to order them by matchup first of all, but really just the opportunity that they're getting. You know what I mean?
I want to say something. I want to cut you off real quick. I think there's people just got to go to that narrative that you just said. Like, if you got someone inside the top 20, you're going to start. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe the top 10 guy for sure. Top 12, you're going to start. But once you start getting into those RB2 guys, you got to be sharp sometimes. You might have to fade one of those matchups. And so that's why, not every time do those guys finish in the top 20. So that's why I on them, because they're not always such obvious starts. Obviously, like Kamara's matchup, you're going to play him. You're not benching him for, but like once we get into there, like guys like Austin Eckler down here, they got Aaron Jones ranked low, but like you can bench some of these guys. Is there anybody inside the top 24 that you would bench? Let me ask you that.
I mean, if I had, let's see, I got Montgomery in the early 20s, correct? You know what I mean?
Montgomery.
Yeah, I think I have him like 21 or something.
Is he Monty Burns?
Yep. Because he's been kind of burning me. You know what I mean? And
I actually have him as a start this week. I love.
Oh yeah, but see, look at I have him in my top 24. No, I'm saying I was gonna bring him up because he's someone I wanted to bring up like higher, but I couldn't come to bring myself to do so yet. You know what I'm saying? And then I mean, as far as sits in that top 24, it's hard to say any of those guys because of the amount of maybe Austin Eckler, but it's such a great matchup against the Broncos with they were already able to run on them. Now you minus Bradley Chubb, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's I feel like even with Gordon coming back, he could still finish. They got RB2 potential. You know what I mean? I actually have them in. That's why I both have them there. But maybe those two are the only ones I would be concerned with because maybe it can go either way. Maybe they ease Melvin Gordon back in. And Austin Powers, he has his regular workload, or it's the flip side, and it's Gordon. He just comes through and they feed him like he never left. You know what I mean? And then
I think we're going to see pretty much a 50-50 from those two guys.
I am on that side of the fence. I'm on that side of the fence. I actually.
But Melvin Gordon's going to get. I mean, I can actually see him getting a little less work than Eckler, just because, like we said, it's. I mean, but you never know. I mean, once that game gets tight, they might need him. They're short firepower over there, so they might need him in the worst way. He might be heavily involved. I don't know. That's one of those ones where you're going to start either one of those guys. Feel good about it at RB2, but the one guy I would bench inside the top 24, I see Wayne Gallman. I'm not feeling that matchup.
Yeah. You know what? Okay. That was the next guy I was gonna come to. He's gonna be more Wayne. He's gonna be more Wayne Gallman this week than Wayne's World. But the amount of touches and dump offs he's projected that I project him to have, bro. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of hard to the coverage will be so tight on the outside. You know what I mean? They'll be able to give things.
The Minnesota defense coverage is gonna be tight all over the field for
Giants. But
he's gonna catch his 5 to 6 passes. I don't think that, but I don't see him scoring 2 touchdowns. I don't even see him touching the end zone this week. So that's why
I still think
last week. Otherwise, it was somewhat average. He got his 10 to 15 point floor. He should have that, but he ain't gonna go off today.
Well,
for a sleeper little pick down here, we'll talk about in a little bit.
I think the Giants' line is way worse than Chicago's line is. Their offensive line, that is. So, comparing to last week with Montgomery having 22 carries, I think he easily has 20 carries. Wayne Gallman. But
20 carries. You're calling 20 carries.
huh? Oh yeah. Yeah.
No,
They're
no
gonna try.
chance.
Oh
No
yeah.
chance.
43 yards.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I say 20 carries for around a 40 to between 40 and 50 yards. I mean, because you gotta remember this.
For Wayne Gallman, has he ever had 20 carries in his life?
No.
He's not getting 20 carries.
No.
Bro. He might
But-
get 15 to 20
But
touchdowns,
I do.
he's
But
not getting 20 carries.
here's the thing. I do believe Pat Shermer, and they got Mike Shula. They got Mike Shula over there. They both love to throw to the running back, and with these running lanes that you would theoretically have with the mobile quarterback, the running lanes that will open for a running back. I'm just on the side of that. I mean, these are one of those things.
Wayne Gallman had 18 carries last week in his ceiling game against the shitty Washington defense.
Yep.
He's really gonna get 18 carries against Minnesota.
Okay,
They're gonna-
I was giving him two. I was giving him two more carries. You know what? This is why we have this discussion. Okay, so while we're here doing a damn thing, where do we bump down Wayne Gallman? Where are you comfortable? Because obviously you don't like him in the top 24.
I just you can put him up there because of the volume. It's not that I have a problem.
See,
with
there you go,
the
Jamaicans. That's what it really is. It's a volume play. You got to look at all the guys surrounding him. Can you put maybe besides my boy Monty Burns, straight from The Simpsons? Excellent. You know what I mean? The motherfucker David Montgomery. I wanted to have them swapped, to be honest, because of the amount.
Montgomery and Wayne Gallman.
Yes.
You got Wayne Gallman at what is this? 18th. One spot higher than the ECR has him at 19.
See, I'm not even, and you know for a fact, I'm not looking at ECR until we have this conversation.
Oh, for sure, and that's what I'm holding you up against.
So expert consensus rankings aren't maybe let's go in and put them at 19 then. Goo. Yeah,
I think you can adjust your rankings all you want. I'm just saying that's a guy. He's going to be inside the top 24 of like every ranking. So the ranking, I'm not as concerned. I'm just saying, watch out for that guy because he might not get it done.
Valid
okay.
point, Goo.
Yes. As for the flex options, now we're looking at. You start to get into your guys, your James Whites, your Philip Lindsay's, Freeman's, Jacobs, Sony Michel's, Jordan Howard's.
Hey, how funny is Freeman and Lindsay though?
What's that?
How funny is Freeman and Lindsay?
How funny is it?
Yeah, because have you looked at them? 1 week, this Lindsay gets all the targets.
Devontae Freeman. Excuse me, I should have been clear about
Yeah,
that.
my bad. Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. He's a little bit later in the conversation. We'll get
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying it's so hard to pinpoint those two because every week it seems like they flip roles. One guy has more snap counts, he gets all the targets, and then the other guy gets the touchdowns. Then the next week, the other guy gets the more volume, but this guy gets all the targets. It's so, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it's definitely a fucking headache to try to figure out. So I'm glad I don't have any shares of that. But
I know, right?
I mean, Lindsay is the more upside play, I would say, right? But they either way, I don't like those matchups.
They're playing the Chargers, and you can run on them too. This might be a running motherfucking low-scoring game for all we know. You know what I mean?
don't see that game being a shootout by any means.
For all intents and purposes.
The Chargers are beat up. Denver's kind of they're kind of going to the Chargers, so I don't think they're gonna do what they did last week.
Hey, check this out. Sneak peek of our end of week show, our 2-minute drill. I think I like the Broncos in this. Jamaicans. It got silent there. Even the Jamaicans was thinking about it. Like, Okay, what else? What else we got, Goo?
What do you think about the Patriots? James White or Sony Michel? I benched Sony last week in a couple leagues. But like, are you rolling? Do you feel good?
Okay, me and the Jamaicans, we're pot committed. If we can't move Michelle, we stay with him, and we remain not disgruntled. We are not disgruntled with Michelle. Bill Belichick, the evil emperor himself, he came out and he said Sony Michel's doing everything we want him to do. Bill Belichick doesn't advocate for nobody. You know what Bill Belichick would do? He would just be like, he would curve it. You know what I
We're
mean?
on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, exactly. And we're on to the Redskins. You know what I mean? And like this is a game with the. Come on, don't you see this game being like how do you think they attack it? However they want, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, Washington, I feel like, has no shot. The line of that game is probably going to be like 17, over 14 for sure. But, like, I mean, it's classic. Patriots are going to get up and then just run that clock out. So, I mean, Sony Michel against Buffalo he did have, 17 carries, I think, for like 60 yards. And the volume is still there. That was a tough matchup. Buffalo D is, like, super legit.
Hold on, let's do some math. What's 60? Hold on, what was it? 60? How many?
63 on 17. It was like under 4 yards for sure. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like 3 and some change. Yeah, okay. So that's that. Hey, to be honest, that's his highest average of the year in a game.
Right. And
So-
so if he gets that, I can see him getting those 15 plus touches again in this matchup,
Yeah.
especially.
And then
and he's got to do better than that.
And here's one
3.5.
thing.
He has to, right?
my brazy cousin Ryan, he brought this to my attention out of nowhere. Gordon jumped up on the injury report. So like maybe because I was just feeling like Gordon was a smash play. So was Philip Dorsett.
What Gordon? Melvin Gordon?
No. Flash.
Flash. Yes, he
Yeah.
did show up on the injury report.
Yeah. So and then Dorsett. So if it's just Dorsett and Edelman, and you know what I'm saying, I feel like Dorsett might not, because I don't believe that 9 targets is going to transfer over this week for Dorsett if Gordon is not available. You know what I mean? Like, because unless he just is raping coverage.
If he's out, that just makes your James White and your Julian Edelman's.
Yeah.
You feel
You mean
better about
Jewish Edelman?
Jewish Edelman.
Yeah.
Marlon Mack was up. He missed practice today. I'm looking at. I didn't mean to get to some of those. So he's someone you'll have to monitor.
Who missed practice?
Marlon Mack.
Oh yeah. We don't like that. My cousin Ryan, he don't like that shit.
Jamal Williams not practicing either. So Wednesday practices are usually like they don't really
Hold on. I got a dad joke for you, Goo. So you mean we're waiting on Return of the Mac?
Hey, Jamaican!
Okay.
Damian Williams, I've been reading here, returned to practice today.
Oh, what? Jamaicans! Hey, you know what, though? I don't like that.
If you're a Damian Williams owner, you should be, because J.D. McCoy has earned himself 50% of that role. He's earned it.
Yeah, but
as long as he stays healthy, he's getting 50% of the work. And Damian
But
Williams
he's not being used in that passing. He's not the favorite in the passing game. He's getting the earlier down work. In that offense, give me the third down back, and that's been either Williams or obviously when Darkwing Duck, the real Darkwing Duck, Damian Williams, when he was in, you know what I'm saying, he was the starter.
Who was the big Darkwing Duck?
Darrell Williams. And Darrell Williams, I like him as a flex, obviously with no Darkwing Duck, with no Damian Williams there. I like Darrell Williams, and solely because he was the third down guy, and they were using him in all the passing game, and then oddly enough, they were giving him all the goal line work. So if that could just switch back over to Damian Williams minus the early down work, I'll take it. Because when Shady was there in the beginning of the year, whether it was him being acclimated to the system that he already was familiar with, right? Maybe it was, and just learning all the protections and all the all the terminology. You know what I'm saying? But Damian Williams had all the early down work. You know what I'm saying? They were giving some third down work to Shady, and he was a little bit in the passing game. But all the goal line work was going to Damian Williams, the Darkwing Duck himself, because he is the bigger dude. So if he returns, there's no way he doesn't have that role. He might even, what's a bitch too is what I'm scared of. If he's available for this game, obviously I'm going to start him as the Darkwing Duck owner, Damian Williams. For those who don't know who the Darkwing Duck is, but if the Darkwing,
you can go ahead. You can if he's back and he's playing, you're definitely playing him. Half of the Chiefs running back role is gold. So
I don't think he's playing.
You just got to hope that Darrell didn't cut into his touches. If he plays this week, you're going to roll him out, but. He might be.
Well, I'm old school. I follow the money. If Damian Williams is back, Darrell Williams takes a back seat to him because they're gonna go with who they paid, and they extended Damian Williams, the Darkwing Duck himself, over the offseason. You know what I'm saying? Same way people chase the money, and then when they were like, or when people follow the money logic, when they were like, well, Shady's getting paid more. You know what I mean? So eventually, and we're kind of seeing that, but it's also due to injury. Why
Yep.
with
And
to
I
Williams?
just want to talk to, like, if you're in a real like amateur league, and people might know Damian Williams, go pick up Darrell Williams and try to trade him as Damian Williams to somebody. It might actually work if the guy's an idiot.
I mean, I like it. Sound advice. You know what I'm saying? The sound advice, because manipulation is key to the game. But here on the Real Fantasy Playmakers, we keep integrity, but we are telling you every aspect of how to attack. We are of the dark and light side. We are of the Jedi Knights and the dark Sith Knights.
In poker terms, it is a crime to let a fish leave with his money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, you take advantage of those guys. But let's see. Let me jump back out on the list here. Flex guys I like coming up. Miles Sanders. You might be able to throw him in there. They should beat the Jets' ass.
Shout out to Miles Sanders. Hey, you know what? I couldn't help but put Jordan Howard ahead of him, though, just because I feel like Jordan Howard earned his way to all this early down work, and you could run like shit on the Jets. I think it's
Jordan
Mosley.
Howard's gonna have the spotlight on him this week, so I don't like Jordan Howard. You can flex him if he earned that right after last week.
Yeah, I mean, look at the range we got him in. He's in the RB3 territory.
Yeah, definitely. A couple guys we'll talk about. Matt Breida. Tevin Coleman might return this week. He's practicing. He's getting. He's not ruled out for sure. So if Tevin Coleman comes back, like, what do you make of that whole Niners backfield? Like, I think Mostert might be droppable at that point, right?
Yeah, you know what? If Tevin Coleman comes back, right? Fred Williams, he goes back to special teams action.
I meant to bring up that earlier. You sent me Fred Williams on the list. Are you talking about Jeff Wilson Jr.?
Oh yeah, I don't know why I keep calling him Fred Williams.
Fred.
I've been doing that all year. You know that, right? You catch it every time. I'm like, fucking Fred Williams. And you mean, yes, Jeff Wilson. Why the whoa.
Fuck is Fred Williams. That is,
and I call myself a fantasy quote unquote analyst.
that's why I'm here, though, man. You know what? I got to tell you right now, there is a fine for that. You will have to appear in court for calling Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah, you know why? Just for disrespecting our fellow Niner.
Exactly. If he was a Raider, I wouldn't have as much of a problem. But if you claim that you're faithful, you got to know. I know he was the fourth running back, but damn, Fred Williams.
Well, you know what, Freddie?
You know what? Fuck it, he's Fred Williams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Freddie with another touchdown. Freddie got two more in him.
You put Fred Wilson, I'll give you a little bit of credit.
I know, right? Jeff Wilson, Fred. Oh, man. That's hilarious.
Who's James Worth? You have him ranked 35.
That's James White. That's my new name for him, because whenever in situations like this, where it's supposed to be a cake matchup, right? Like for someone like Michelle, I feel like James White gonna get that work. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it's just like they're, because Belichick and them, they just fuck around like that, man.
Devin Singletary or Frank Gore? If Singletary's active, do you like Frank Gore where you have him?
No, but see, we're still monitoring.
He's basically a flex player. Either one of them, are you flexing either one of them?
Not if they're both playing. Not if they're both playing. It's a great run defense in Tennessee. At least I know Singletary will be used more in the passing game. But I almost would take them off the ranks. You know what I mean? We'll wait till Friday.
All right, fair enough. So that's we'll get to some.
And when I say take them off the ranks, I mean just guys I wouldn't feel comfortable playing if they were both there.
I hear you with that. So that's pretty much. We're gonna move on to receivers now. Any more of the flex guys we like? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw them on the IG this week. So go look out for them before week 5 kicks off.
Hey, real quick, let me ask my cousin.
Yeah.
Let me ask my cousin. You were following Tevin Coleman earlier.
All right. So check this out. Even though Tevin Coleman's coming back, you know what I'm saying? I trust the Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew. Well, if you don't know about the Wrecking Crew, you seen that movie Juice from back in the day?
Yeah.
So they got Q, Steele, Bishop, and who? Raheem.
Hit the weed.
I rode with Raheem this week.
Oh, that was all that get to Raheem Mostert.
DJ Mustard, Raheem Radio himself. Hey, you know what? I don't think Tevin Coleman plays this week. Call me crazy. It's the middle of the week right now. Is he practicing in full? He's limited for sure.
Even if he plays, he might be decoy.
And no, they wouldn't put him out there as a decoy. Here's my theory too.
2 plays.
Here's my theory too, bro. You're gonna like this one. If Tevin Coleman plays, he's gonna steal Freddie Wilson's role. For those who don't know, that's Fred Williams Jr. Fred Wilson Jr. Now I'm fucking his name up all the way.
Okay, so let's see. No, I don't see any official back to practice. It looks like he missed practice a couple of days ago. I'm googling him, but either way, that's a situation you're gonna have to monitor. He may play, he may not. It's a Monday night, so you definitely don't want to rely on that unless you have like Raheem Mostert and Tevin Coleman. That way, no matter what, you're good.
Yeah, because you're gonna wait it all the way down to a Monday. And if
you have to have another Niner running back if
Tevin Coleman is a go on a Monday, and you're waiting on and this is specifically if you have Raheem Mostert, DJ Mustard himself. If you have him, and you also have Coleman, and it comes down to the wire, if Coleman's a go and you start him, I really just believe he's in on goal line packages because he's easily the biggest back out of them.
No, that's what the word was, that he filled the Jeff Wilson role. So, I mean,
and I can't believe there's even a Jeff Wilson role.
Right, and he's the goal line back on our offense. So, I mean, I said ours.
It's our shit. It's ours.
Enough of the running backs. We spent, the whole show on them. Let's jump. Let's go. Let's spread out wide. Let's talk about those receivers. Pause. And then you got Julio. You got your boy Milk, ranked number 2. Shout out to Milk, Jamaicans.
Oh, hold on. The Jamaicans are on a break.
Jamaicans?
Come back, Jamaicans!
Just wanted to tell everyone you sent me Milk as your number 2 receiver.
Yeah, that's my new name. That's my new name for DeAndre Hopkins because he needs to drink some milk, B. Milk does the body good. He needs to get his strength.
I asked you on the last show, straight up Cooper Kupp for OBJ. You said Kupp. This week, Kupp's ranked 5th. OBJ's ranked 6th in the ECR ranking. I feel good about myself. You love you some Cooper Kupp.
Oh, yeah. 2 girls, 1 cup. Dial him up. He's going to be... He's playing against the Seattle Seahawks. That secondary, I mean, depending if he's on Flowers or even the Griffin kid.
The Seacocks.
You know what I mean?
So, all right, I want to talk about that matchup just real quick. A Thursday night game is a lot of people everyone has on both of those teams. What kind of game do you see that game actually being?
So this game is in Seattle, right?
Fact.
And Jared Goff, under the Sean McVay era, he shows up in Seattle.
He shows up.
Yes, and the only one thing I'm concerned is any kind of fatigue, extra fatigue that's set in from throwing the ball 60 plus times. You know what I'm saying? But the trustiest guy out of the 3 is Kupp. I think they're going to lean on him in the short game as before, where they used to lean on a Todd Gurley. You know what I mean? We're actually seeing that transpire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's fair to say then fire up everybody in that matchup pretty much. Then.
Oh, yeah, I'm going in on it.
So actually, you think it'll be a shootout game or like an ugly Thursday night game?
I think I mean, you know what? As a football fan, aside from everything, I want a shootout. But then, but Tyler Lockett, he can get behind either or, whether it's Peters or Talib. He can get behind him and sneak one out. You know what I'm saying? Will Disley, they're gonna have their hands full with him because now they have to watch him with his recent production and consistency as far as his production, right? So there's gonna be I might even see a lot of check downs to the running back. I just see, and then I might even see Russell Wilson get his legs going this game. I think it's gonna be a competitive game. I mean that's why I have all those guys ranked high.
Seattle's actually favored in that game. I don't know if you knew that. We'll talk about that more on Friday. But, okay, so for the receivers, first guy that I think we're all concerned about, OBJ, like I said, he's ranked 6th. You dropped him down to 11th. I'm with that. I might even drop him down a little lower. I mean, do you really think he's going to show up? I mean, the Monday night.
He could burn Sherm. Sherm's going to follow him around. And then if not, Verrett, he could really burn Verrett. I think Verrett is still getting back into football shape, and because from his ACL 3 years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh, didn't he tear his Achilles last year or something too?
Correct. You're right. Good point. Good point.
What about Cooper? You're where do you have the Pooper Scooper? You have him at 5th. You're
Look.
up on him. ETR has him 7th. I'm kind of concerned about that matchup. I didn't like the way Dallas looked last game.
Okay, he's gonna have his hands full with Alexander. You know what I mean? And that's enough said, man. I really don't. I'm not buying into Cooper without a Michael Gallup on the other side right now. We're seeing all you have to do is game script for Coop, the Pooper Scoop.
Speaking of Michael Gallup, I think I read
He's not gonna play.
He's gonna play.
Nah.
He is.
Nah, he's not.
Does that change anything for you if Gallup plays? Like, you think Amari has a better game or less volume? Like,
Negative.
Gallup expected to play.
It's a negative. I don't think he's gonna play. I think if he
it's
plays,
expected to play before today.
yeah, I know, but today is he even practicing? I don't think he's
He has to
practicing.
return to practice today.
Oh, okay. Then I changed my tune a little bit. But then you know what? That's safe to say he's safe at 5 then overall. Coop, the
Okay.
Poop Scoop.
Better for the matchup, yeah. Because Dallas, I'm kind of down on Dallas this week. The matchup, they didn't, like I said, they didn't play great last week. Green Bay is a good.
This is
team,
going to be an
but,
incredible Zeke Elliott game. This is a
It is at
bounce.
home. It is at home, so I could be wrong. I hope
You
I'm
can
wrong.
run. The Green Bay Packers right now, they lead the league in giving up receptions to running back. We even seen Jordan Howard gash them in the air game or through the air in the air game. I'm gonna start using that. Hey, we're creating. Ooh. So I think this is a Zeke game. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. I mean, and then coming off a loss, the way they did, maybe the blueprint is out how to stop them. You know what I mean? Mike Penn's a pretty good coordinator over there for Green Bay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That-
Looking at now, I'm going to segue off that game. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are both inside the top 10. You got them 7.
I love Chris Godwin this week.
Oh, yeah.
Jamaicans
Big
love
shout
him too.
out. What do you think of that matchup? Just at New Orleans is kind of tough.
PJ Williams is gonna. PJ Williams. Okay, here's the thing about Marcus Lattimore, real quick. First, you're gonna start off the game. He's gonna be on Mike Evans. If Chris Godwin is all of a sudden super eating, right? Like I expect him to, I can see them being smart because they're not dumb over there. Dennis Allen got that defense playing legit. I can see them. Then he'll move over to the aforementioned Godwin. You know what I mean? First of all, he has God and win in his name. Duly note that, right?
Can't lose, right?
Yes. Second, you know what I'm saying? Second, Mike Evans, you know what I mean? He's coming off he's alive right now. He's alive. So as long as Marcus Lattimore, I keep saying Marcus Peters. Excuse me. Forgive me for that. Bud Light, give me money. Marcus Lattimore is going to be matched up on Mike Evans, but he's not afraid to switch back over to Godwin. You know what I mean? But I know it's his PPR rankings. Godwin's going to eat a ton because as long as Marcus Lattimore is on, I'm fucking his name all the way. Marshawn Lattimore. As long as Marshawn Lattimore is on Mike Evans, PJ Williams is going to be lined up against Chris Godwin, and he's going to rape him.
All right, the Saints, they do have a Marcus Williams, so I'll give you a pass.
The safety. Yep.
Adam Thielen, what do you think, bro? Do you think? I feel like there might be.
This is the game, bro. This is the matchup.
All or nothing.
This is the game. This is the matchup. The outside receiver predominantly is Stefan Diggs. So the Jackrabbit himself, help me out. What was his name? Janoris Jenkins. He's been getting burned, but he's going to be the guy on Diggs. I just feel like this is going to be that cake matchup for Adam Thielen. Also, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, all that cliche shit. You know what I mean? He literally called out Cousins and the coach. I just see this a bounce back game for Thielen. But with the low amount of volume, but then with the amount of running back plays they're gonna run plays they're gonna run because they're gonna be able to run. That's gonna limit the pass attempts because I think they're gonna be right in the driver's seat in this whole game. You know what I mean? As they should be. And but I think Thielen is gonna outshine one Stephon Diggs in this matchup.
And then Thielen and then Kirk Cousins, both of them had a podcast, so you know they got faded. Shit, you know they were talking it over. They were playing it through. They were getting prepared for this week.
What he said.
That shit's gonna blow up.
That's insider information right there. That's what we need over here. Okay.
You heard it first right here on the GMM network.
You heard it first. Adam Thielen, they have to feed him. I like the matchup in theory. I mean, if they don't do it, I just feel like it could be that game script where Dalvin Cook and the running game just kills them. They don't need to throw it a lot, but Kirk Cousins has a lot of juice and a lot of motivation to beat Adam Thielen. But I don't know about that 10th ranking. You have him at 20. I'm right there in the middle. I'll stick him right in the middle at 15. I don't know who this guy is at 12 you have. You sent me a guy named Woodue. Is that Juju or who's Woodue? 12.
Oh, Juju. Yeah, would you? Like, would you put him here? No, seriously.
I would not, because that's the guy I wanted to talk about. I am so...
You like how I labeled him, would you, though, right? I should have put the question mark there.
Did you do that on purpose?
Oh, yes. I just forgot to put the question mark.
I knew you were talking about
would you have Juju there?
No,
Is that too high? Am I too high on Juju?
I almost want to move Juju down into the 20s.
Oh, I'm not mad at that, because that's why I had to label Juju would you this week, because it's not like you're not starting him if you have him, obviously, in redraft leagues.
It's at the point where
Are you sitting him?
the wide receiver
Are you
3.
sitting? Are you sitting? Would you Juju?
I'm considering, okay, in a league where I got to
trade.
start 2, I have Marquise Brown, Calvin Ridley, and Juju. And I got to pick 2. So he's not an automatic over those guys to me anymore. His role is just so diminished. Pittsburgh doesn't really know who they are. Down the line, he could come back and be a game changer down the line, but that's all speculative right now. And from what we see, Pittsburgh's passing game is a fucking mess. And Deontay Johnson is the one going deep, not Juju Smith-Schuster.
But I also think it's a young quarterback too, not looking at his number one receiver because this guy's blanketed by double coverage. You know what I mean?
Every week he's going to be blanketed. It's going to be tough. So I'm really worried. I'm going to need to see Mason Rudolph take another step. That offense really step up before Juju's ever going to have a chance, because he's the guy that's trending in the wrong way. I traded for him last week for Darren Waller. I told you guys that. I'm really hurt. I'm really kicking myself for that.
Wait. You traded Darren. Wait, run that by me again. I'm not aware of that one.
Somebody offered me. I had Darren Waller. Somebody offered me before this last week Juju Smith-Schuster straight up for Darren Waller. I have Kelsey in the league too.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's not a bad trade.
No, it was a great deal on paper, but I think Waller's going to
The
have a better
featured
year.
baller. Waller's is basically the same person if you think about it, and I would be way more comfortable flexing a Waller than a Juju right now.
Way better. I feel way better about Waller's role right now. But I mean, so Juju's a guy that
That's a good week.
Obviously you can't cut and you can't really trade for equal value on paper. So I feel like I got identified Juju. So he's one guy you can tell I'm just pissed off about, upset. And would I put him in the top 12? No, hell the fuck no.
Okay, I you know what? We're gonna move him down. So when you guys see these rankings, they'll be the rankings that we have settled on after this great debate we have every week right here on the GMM network.
Another guy I'm gonna ask you, who is Orden?
Oh, my bad. That was supposed to be Gordon. That was drunk.
That's okay. Bud Light, give us money.
Bud Light, give me money.
Okay.
But you know what's funny though is Gordon. Man, you know what? I had him there before the news of him popping up on the injury report today.
Okay, yeah, you got Julian Edelman at 18. You probably just bumped him up a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'll probably swap them.
All right, I'm looking down in the mid 20 rankings. MVS, you got him up there. We got to talk about Devontae Adams. I don't think he's not ranked. Is he officially out?
I think he's out, bro. There's no way. Come on, there's no way they play him right now. It's not like this matchup. This matchup they might want to have him, but I mean, man, dude, just for a team that doesn't look like. Come on, if they were like 0-4 right now, right? They're not. They're 3-1. So maybe they don't need to rush him back. It was a significant injury. Granted, it was last Thursday, so it's 10 days later. 10 days later, is he ready? He's not practicing. He would need to get in a limited tomorrow and then a full on Friday, and I'd change my tune. Even if he got into a limited on a Thursday, then a Friday. If he got limited Thursday and limited Friday, to me, that would just be them trying to make the Cowboys game plan for him. I don't see him in this game. Obviously, this show will come out. Then we'll have another one to recap if anything changed. So, I mean, this is where I stand right now. I didn't even rank him
All right, so let's
on
say
purpose.
Devontae Adams is out. Marcus Valdez-Scantling, Geronimo Allison. You're plugging them automatically then, obviously,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir. Geronimo Allison.
Green Bay offense struggles without Devontae Adams, and the passing game is kind of in shambles.
Yeah, well, you have Byron Jones will be on MVS. Awuzie, you know what I'm saying? He'll be so then he would probably be on our boy Geronimo. But if Adams is there, Geronimo is the only one who stays up where I have him, and MVS would drop.
Okay. You dropped Bobby Woods in your rankings down to 22 after his big game.
Yep.
You're lower than him, and you're high on Brandon Cooks this week. You have him at 9. I just realized.
Yep.
ECR has him at 17, Woods and Cooks at 16. So you're big on Cooks, down on Woods is what I'm seeing.
Pause. Oh no, actually that's not a pause. I'm down on Woods. I did the reverse pause. Like, no, I'm all about Woods. See my boy Bobby. You know what I mean? It's that same. You know why? You know what I'm factoring in real football shit. With the type of work he got and the way he performed and produced on Sunday, he just might be out there taking it a little bit of easy, man. Short weeks are hard for a receiver after going in hard on a Sunday. I mean, have you ever seen repeat performances on a Sunday to a Thursday? It's rare.
Not off the top of my head, I could think of. So that's fair. Okay, you're down. So you're gonna sit him. Maybe flex him if you got him.
Flexing him for sure. Or three wide receiver sets. I'm proud to have him as my WR3 on a Thursday.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out some flex options at receiver. Talk about them for a minute, and then we're gonna get out of here. We're Hollywood Brown. I mentioned Allen Robinson. Manny Sanders. You got them all ranked right there in the mid-20s.
I forgot to put in Cole Beasley, but I do have him. I'm supposed to have him somewhere in the 30s. We're gonna insert him in somewhere. I think he's gonna get a lot of work even without the Stallion. Cole Beasley's gonna be matched up against Logan Ryan, giving up a ton of receptions. All that short game is gonna be that's where he's gonna live, and especially if Devin Singletary can't go. You know what I mean? Because then those short passes will go to Beasley.
Cole
You know what I mean?
fucking Beasley.
The white boy.
I'd be a little worried about anyone in that matchup. That seems to
Very
be
true.
One
He
of
would
those
be in the late 30s.
16 to like 14.
I'm just saying, Cole Beasley. You know what's funny is I think I put Dante Pettis in there instead of him right now.
Yep, he'll have a safe floor of like his 5 to 7 catches. I think he gets that for sure. Don't know if the yards would be there, but
I don't know. I like his double. Damn, how many targets did he have last week? You know what? That's not important. But he has been average. He hasn't seen lower than 7 targets. I don't think he got the
Got
double.
enough to get mentioned and considered.
Yeah,
so.
very true,
He's in
my
there.
friend.
Couple other guys, real quick. We didn't talk about Demarcus Robinson and Mecole Hardman at Indy. Are they automatic plays this week along with Sammy Watkins?
Okay, one thing I'm worried about is I have Robinson higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's because he'll pile up the receptions. Mecole only needs one big one, but man, Indies they don't really give things up underneath, and they play 2 high safeties. Like, this is one thing they do religiously. So and when that's just automatic insurance that someone like a Mecole Hardman won't just fly by them. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing my concern about Hardman. You know what I mean? And but I see Sammy having a greater game than the other 2 receivers. That's why I have him higher. But this is like screams a Travis Kelce game.
Whoa. At the same time, Tyreek Hill has been practicing too today.
Yeah, but he's not going to play. As long as they keep winning, they don't need him for this game. I don't think they roll him out there. No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right.
Tyreek's a couple of weeks away still.
I'm tired of people reading those things and being like, "Oh, well, Tyreek Hill's going to come back, bro." I'm like, "No.
Decoy.
They're not losing. They're not losing right now. You only bring back one of your best weapons if ahead of schedule if it's dire. You know what I mean?
He's not ahead of schedule, right? He's not coming back this week, but I think in the next week or 2 after that,
They said
Vikings
4 to 7.
They're never going to be losing. Newsflash, that's Kansas City. They're going to maybe lose a game or 2. here or there, so they're
Exactly.
never going to need him. But he's gonna come back soon. They do actually need him, to be honest, but not yet. But he'll be there.
Not to win these games. Not this
What
one.
did the Golden Tate's roll this week?
Run that by me again, Gil.
Golden Tate's roll this week. He's coming back. A lot of people grabbed him off the waiver wire. If you listened, he's ranked 44th in the ECR. I mean, if he's out there playing in his full snap count,
Okay, well, first of all, Danny fucking Dimes. I don't have to go into the whole spiel, right? But Danny Dimes, you know what I mean? He technically doesn't drop dimes, you know, like that you would think when you're talking football talk, because you know dropping dimes would be like the big one, right? He really likes the short game. That's why someone like Evan Ingram's been like. It's almost like they drafted him just to keep someone that's similar to Eli Manning, because Eli Manning was like that in his more recent years. It's all yak, you know what I mean? And that's why I even have him ranked. Period. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Here's the thing too. Here's the thing
Mike
too.
Williams 25th. I gotta ask you real quick. I just jump
Who?
off real quick. Mike Williams,
Oh, if he plays.
25th. Do you think he shows up in that game?
Yeah, okay. They're playing the Broncos, right? So it's going to be Chris Harris is going to be glued to Keenan Allen. Chris Harris is originally a slot receiver, but he's so phenomenal that when Talib left years back, he just became the new guy that goes outside and follows the number one talent on the other side of the ball, right? So and remember the first 2 weeks. Oh, what was that? Last week you were like, we were talking about DJ Chark, the Chark Knight. And I was like, Chris Harris is going to be on him, but I think he could probably burn him, and there will be some shots taken to him. And you're like, you think he's that special that Chris Harris is going to follow him? Yes, Chris Harris is following whoever's the best, and the best available will be Keenan Allen. So if Mike Williams is active for this game, he's going to eat. Mind you, guys, like I even put T.Y. Hilton. I had him spaced out by himself. So if T.Y. Hilton played, I put him where he's at. Other guys that are hurt or questionable, like a Mike Williams, I put him in, ranked him where I would have him. Exactly.
He did come back to practice today.
He's on track.
That is a good point for him. Okay, I like that. Chris Harris is legit. He can be all over him there.
Mm-hmm.
As for the rest of our receiver flex
Oh.
options,
Oh,
yes.
one more thing.
Yeah.
You know, one thing we saw with Mike Williams last year is when there was no more Hunter Henry, right? You know, I mean, obviously it started the year off like that. And, you know, they were trying to figure out how to use Mike Williams. It was like kind of weird because everything was just going through Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler, if you remember, like throughout the first 4 weeks. Mike Williams really started to come on and towards like, you know, week 7, week 8 of last season. And when he did, remember I even said this to you in one of our first shows that I believe Mike Williams is going to take a while to come on. Do you remember that?
I remember I was much higher on him than you.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
but see,
I believe
but
you were right on that
now,
one.
but now with all these injuries, it kind of makes me right. So that's kind of a cop out. But with all these injuries, they're gonna find creative ways to use him, like because they're kind of without a tight end, and physically he's a monster of a man. So he's closest to what they have to a tight end, and they will use him as such. And if Keenan Allen's gonna be blanketed by Chris Harris, and you know Phillip Rivers, he what 2-step, 3-step dropbacks, right? We haven't really. So Mike Williams is going to live in that area. You know what I mean? I'm curious to see who's going to be their field stretcher, because I don't think they'll use Mike Williams coming off a knee, then a back injury, that they're going to have him running, you know.
They did place Dontrell Inman on the IR today, so they lost another.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then I haven't looked into Travis Benjamin, because if Travis Benjamin's okay, then everything I'm saying right now with Mike Williams is just fucking gold.
Fair enough. All right, so I mean, pretty much we covered the meat of the receivers. We're gonna go ahead and throw up the flex options on the IG this week, so look out for those. We'll put the starts to sit. Basically, just for the flexes, you're gonna play your wide receiver 1s and 2s. You know that, but everyone wants to know who to flex. We're gonna throw out our best flex options on the IG. Go ahead and add us over there. Real quick on the quarterback positions, couple starts, couple sits. What you got for me?
On the quarterbacks?
Do you look into that at all or no?
No, to be honest, not really, because I know on the Fridays when we go through the show, or the Friday show, or the 2-minute draw, I should say, you know what I'm saying, which is our Saturday morning show, but we do it Friday nights for all y'all wondering what the fuck I'm ever talking about. But
Right.
That's when we usually go through our streaming options.
I checked them out. I checked out the quarterbacks.
Okay.
A couple sits. I'm sitting if I got a better option. Aaron Rodgers at Dallas, bro. Yeah, he looked good last game, but if
But it
Devontae
was the
Adams-
Eagles. It was the Eagles secondary.
Yep. And yeah, exactly, and he's at Dallas now. Adams is probably going to sit. Might be a real, just kind of an ugly game.
I got one.
You know,
I got a start, a streaming option. My boy, he loves. You might see him at your Sunday barbecue. It's the grilled
I was gonna
beef
say,
brisket, the meat salab himself. Pause.
Yep. I
Jacoby
had him, I was
Brissett.
thinking him before you cut me off, but you jumped in there. You jumped the route. Yeah, go ahead. And plug
you know.
at Kansas City. I mean, even if they get blown out, he's just gonna have to keep putting up points somehow in that game. So he should be good for his 2 to 3 touchdowns and some good yardage in that game for sure.
Hey, how good is the brisket? I think he's thrown 2 touchdowns in every game.
Chester.
Yeah, that's I can see that. I can easily see him getting 3 again in this game too. Another guy I'm a little worried about, Dak Prescott. We just talked about it. Michael Gallup is coming back though. They are at home, so he does have some bounce back potential there. But I just didn't like the way it looked against the Saints. It was I'm a little worried. Temper your expectations on Dak Prescott.
Bud Light, give me money.
Give me money, Jared Goff. You go ahead and play him this week. I like him as a
Yep.
start.
I like him in a rivalry. You know, him and Russell Wilson want to fight in real life.
I don't think they're going to just start dialing back and giving Todd Gurley 20 carries this game. I think it's going to
No,
be
especially not on a short week. I almost ranked number 40 in our running backs as Malcolm Brown too, bro. I almost did it.
almost only counts in what?
In nothing. In the history of never. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
99 yards is not 100. We all know that.
I like that. What else? Hit me with some more, Goo.
One more sit. I got Kyler Murray, bro. I'm just not rocking with Kyler. I don't know if Christian Kirk's out, but it's just on the road at Cincinnati. It's an ugly matchup. I mean, he could.
Theoretically, this is the matchup that you could throw on. And
I mean, would you rather have
they've been.
Rivers or Kyler Murray?
It's definitely a DJ game. If you have DJ, that's why I have him ranked high this week. David Johnson, they get gashed by running backs through the air and on the ground. You know what I mean? And so but you know what though? I don't disagree. Kyler Murray. Plus, shame on you, everyone. I think I drank the Kyler Murray Kool-Aid for one preseason game. Then the next week I was like, nope. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, the first game when you first.
It was the very first game, and it was one drive, and then it was like, ooh.
He is ultimately, when you break it down, a rookie quarterback, and that is never going to produce just high-end QB1 results. So, sometimes he will, but it's going to be way too inconsistent. As for, we'll jump over to tight ends real quick before we get out of here. Obviously, you're playing, your top, 5 guys.
I'm following.
This is the Walt Disley regression.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I think, especially because he's going to be gamed for.
Exactly. He's made a name for himself.
And it's on a short week.
Such as,
I love the dice roll. I love the dice roll. I'm going to keep you know where I'm going with this one. I'm loving the dice roll. We're going, and you know what I'm saying? Mind you, y'all might be mad at me, playmakers, if you choose wrong, but Tyler Eifert or CJ Uzama, or in some regions, Uzama, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I mean,
CR has Tyler Eifert ranked number 12, so they have him as a tight end 1 this week. I agree with that. I'm in on that. Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle.
And Jack Doyle's hurt.
We're back on. No, he's going to play.
Okay. I still like both of them. I love both of them. We're rolling the dice again. I like them both.
Dawson Knox, I like him for that. I'm a Dawson Knox fan. He looks like a big motherfucker.
He's a beast.
He is kind of beastly. I think he needs more targets over there, but he doesn't seem to get them. One last tight end dart I kind of like. Not a fan of this guy, but Trey Burton. He could Oakland just.
You know how much I love Trey Burton. Hey, he be at my family parties and shit, eating like sinigang and shit. Look, I'm trying to tell you.
Touchdowns. They did just give up touchdowns to Jack Doyle and Eric Ebron. And Jake Daniel, a little bit better passer, in my opinion, than Mitch Trubisky. So
it's hard to argue that right now. Shout out to Epic, Chicago Bears fan.
I'm going to say it one more time. Sit Greg Olsen this week. Sit him.
I tried to tell my crazy cousin Ryan. That's why I call him my crazy cousin when he made that trade for him. I was like, blood, that was those last two matchups. Yes, old man Greg himself, you got to sit that man down. Unless you have no option, then, man, you got to roll the dice with old man Greg and pay the price.
So good.
That's for sure.
Well, this has been, we need to name this show. Oh, yeah, it is. This is the Rankings Debate. You know what I'm saying? Week 5. Hopefully we got you some insight. We're going to, stay tuned in for episode, what are we on? We're about to be on 12. This was episode 11. Stay tuned for episode 12. We're gonna pick everything up back where we left off. It's been mad funky. We are in the middle of funk season. This is the Real Fantasy Playmakers. Follow us at the GMM Network. Follow me at Bogart Scott Free World. Follow my friend, the man bun himself, Guru 408 at Guru 408. And go ahead. Tell him your handle, blood. Oh, you want to leave the suspense?
Oh,
Ryan
no,
McKnight?
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and at him at Ryan McKnight. Hey.
Give me money.
Give me money.